The mic is on now.
Okay. Oh, okay. I thought the mic was on when I said something really knee-esque. Shriela-esque.
Also knee-esque.
Knee-esque. I won't repeat it. It was the dirtiest, unintentional thing I think I've ever said. All right. So, yeah, schedule discussions. So there's going to be some time taken off. We're going to try to make up for it. So here's our confusing schedule that we figured out.
Yeah, we got it. We got this.
We got
this.
Okay.
Okay, so this week is mostly normal. Yeah, it's normal.
Yeah.
So we've got D20 Babes today, Wednesday, Star Wars, and then I guess Sunday won't be 13th Age, will it?
Nope.
Okay, so no 13th Age on Sunday, but Friday I'll stream some crafts. Sunday the Deep will do Last Call, and then next week, the week after, right?
Yeah.
Kurt and Shane will be getting back on Monday, so they're going to be super tired, but on Tuesday at 7 p.m. we'll have D20 Babes, so that is the 10th.
We're moving next week to the Tuesday.
Yeah.
The 10th.
So that's 2 weeks.
Yeah. 2 weeks.
So
there's no show next week.
No show next week, unfortunately. Sorry, guys, but we want to have a show the following week, so we're going to have to move it to the Tuesday, but we'll be there.
Okay, yeah, so on the 2nd, no D20 Babes.
Yeah.
But on the
Tuesday, May 10th.
Tuesday, May 10th, we are back.
Okay.
After a little hiatus.
And that's all we really needed to discuss, I think.
Okay.
Yeah. That's it.
So also, just so you guys know, the Star Wars game on Wednesday, we have Jordan is back, and if things go according to plan, I'm hoping they do, and that things according to plan is always related to Willow and whether or not she will sleep. Shannon's going to be joining us for a new episode. We've got a new setup and everything, so we're going to have 5 players
with a surprise character.
Yeah,
I was turned down as I was turned down as an Ewok, and I was turned down as a Kogorkian monkey, which is my 100% number 1 pick. But you'll see what I show up as.
Okay. It's kind of weird. I'm just going to plug this, actually.
This is true. I just have to glance at the chat. Coldrake, yes, I will get Curtis drunk, and he will dance in a grass skirt and coconut bra, and I'm going to videotape it.
I don't need to be involved for that.
He doesn't even need to be involved.
I do that every night. So anyway, Shannon's going to be joining us with a surprise character, so we are only going to release the art for that probably the day of the show and probably on the stream. So it'll be another piece by Owen, who did all the other art, and we will have Jordan joining us with his prequel droid. So we're really excited about that.
Oh, so he gets to play a prequel droid, and I don't get to be a Kogorkian monkey?
Yeah, that's pretty much how it goes. Men get everything in this world, Shannon.
What?
Patriarchy, bitches.
You know what? Let's go. Let's walk. We're walking. Wait, isn't this my show? No, you're walking.
Yeah, get out of here.
Yeah.
All right, let's play role-playing games, guys. All right, so that's where we left off with before the break. You guys finished off that dude, and you managed to power through this magical curse that was trying to take root in you, and you somehow magically, it's almost like you made a deal with the devil to make that happen.
Like Shar? Are you still here?
Definitely not Shar.
Somebody.
Right,
anybody.
so what do you guys do? You're now at the cabin. It's just a lot of you, and I'm just gonna turn the camera on you, and you guys can do some role playing.
I started feeling like I was turning into a snow weasel, and it was really scary, and I am so happy that it didn't take me over because, I'm glad of the teachings of the kindred spirits. I think it helped me.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
So you don't feel nauseous, or?
I feel a little nauseous, but it's because I'm hungry. Yeah.
Okay. I'm doing this. I'm like checking her temperature. I'm like, how you doing, Petunia?
I'm hungover too. Because I was really drunk in the last one. Yeah.
I think you sobered up by the time we got there because it was such a long walk.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
Plus the battle and stuff.
Yeah, I just feel like I need some food.
I just turn around and go back inside the cabin.
Okay.
Go find my baby.
What are we gonna do with the kid?
Well, we can ask him questions about this voice, right? Because he said that he must hear it too. been traveling with them, right? To get more
I think it'd
info.
be useful.
Yeah, I think we should bring him with us.
I was gonna send him away.
You can't do that again.
But he's gonna, he's just gonna get. People are just gonna kill him.
Well, he's like us.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess he's taller than me too. Maybe he's stronger than he looks.
Yeah.
Huh?
He'll probably feel better. I think he's just really scared right now.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I just I have to look after myself. Don't really want to look after a kid, but whatever. If you can point us in the right direction. Maybe I can think of him as a pet.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a good way to see him.
Yeah. Most of my pets die. So
Petunia.
I don't really want the kid to die.
yeah, that's
No,
why I'm
me
kind of
neither.
like, maybe you shouldn't come with us, but
Well, I think between the four of us, we can take care of him.
okay. That's true. Yeah. Okay.
Honey, when you've transformed, do you hear a voice? Do you remember?
Can I roll perception for that?
Right, I guess I don't know if
No, you would have known. Like I would
Right
have
away?
told you.
Okay, so
Okay. I don't hear any voice.
Okay, I haven't either, so...
That is weird. Maybe it's the power within us.
I hope so, because we ate a
Helps
whole
us
bunch
control.
We ate a whole bunch of people on the ship that time.
True.
So,
Maybe we just don't remember.
yeah.
I understand. When I have my nightmares, I feel the same thing. Very similar. But it doesn't tell me to go up north. Or eat people. It's just different. But I feel that pull. Yeah.
Alright, let's head into the cabin and check in on Alex and Leaf.
Okay, so you guys head on in, and Alex, you're already there with Leaf. He's, waiting for you to come back. He sees you come back in, and he seems happy that you're there. What do you do?
See, I told you I'd come back. I was only gone for a little while.
I believed you when you said you'd come back.
That's good. I'm glad you did.
What happened out there?
Well,
I heard a lot of biting and stuff.
the magic friend spells stopped working for a little while, but everything's taken care of now.
Are your friends okay?
There is a lot of biting and stuff.
So you guys walk in at this point. Okay.
Yep, they're okay now.
All right. Well, are you guys leaving?
No.
Well, we're leaving this
We are
cabin.
all leaving.
Yeah, I mean, we're all leaving.
Could probably use a good night's sleep. Honestly.
Yeah, did that
True.
great restoration heal me at all?
Oh, no, I
No.
didn't cast it. That was just
Oh.
to get rid of the disease. So I can do cure wounds for you, though.
I'm good.
Actually, if we're gonna be sleeping,
Oh, yeah, if we're going to be sleeping, then you'll be...
You'll get it.
Yeah.
You'll heal
Yeah.
up,
Yeah.
Don't waste it.
what happens to you when you go back to normal form? She has more health.
Yeah.
I have 41
Yeah,
right
she
now.
heals up, but you guys are going to be resting. So
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't think Barry's coming back. We've left a bunch of dead bodies around. I think he'll take the hint.
yeah, there's like the headless body of the woman is like right in the doorway,
Yeah.
next to the beds, basically.
Maybe we can get rid
We
of
should
Maybe we
clean
should
this
kick it out.
place.
We should kick it outside, and then so Barry comes back, he sees that. It's a good reminder.
Light it on fire, maybe too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe put it on a stick.
A little effigy.
Yeah, effigy.
I'll leave you to that.
That voice in my head's telling me these great things. An effigy.
Why don't we just put it in the back where no one can see it?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
All right, so you guys take a bit of time to clean it up. Remember, this is still the middle of the night, and it's now about 1 a.m. After cleaning everything out and trying to wash out the blood a little bit, you get some water from the stream and from the river and clean the place up. It's about 2 a.m. by the time you finally exhaustedly go back into taking some shifts and sleeping through the night. And you successfully do so. You heal up completely. You get all your spells. You have to memorize your spells for the day. You actually pray before you go to sleep, Alex. That's you pray at night.
Oh yeah, I gotta. I'm gonna go outside
Yeah.
and put on my secret decoder ring,
Okay.
and so I just sit down and start praying, contemplating masks, and then
Yeah. So the ring, you can feel almost like this weird as you pray, you're channeling that divine power straight into the ring, and you feel attuned to it like immediately, just like Zephyr said you would, and you feel this kind of almost hollow whine really, really quietly in your ears, but there's a really faint echo, like talking into a tin can, and eventually that goes away, and you can hear a voice on the other end, and it's Zephyr. It has been a while since I've heard from you.
Hey, Zeph.
I assume you've been very busy.
Haven't had much to say since we got here. Went to some shitty little town. Now I got attacked by lycanthropes. But I have a question for you.
Yes, go ahead.
Say we found a young little boy who's been abandoned, has no home, no one to take care of him, who also happens to be a lycanthrope. Is there any place that maybe we could send him to be taken care of?
Where are you?
That's a good question. We're near Impelter, off in the woods a bit, but not far off from where we landed from the ship.
Give me some geography, dear.
Well, north, we went through the Eastern Reach, landed in Ilmwatch, and from there we walked maybe a couple hours to the north.
Oh, you are in the sticks. I'm so sorry. It must be horrible out there. It'll be good learning experience for you.
There is nothing to do up here. It sucks. There's not even any inns. But thanks.
I was hoping you would end up in the ass end of this world. Toughen you up a little bit.
Hey, come on. I don't need that.
Well, if you're going to be heading in that direction, if you're heading further north, there is a small gathering of those who follow Mask in Trail's End. Sounds like you're quite a ways from there yet. You'll have to probably journey for a week on foot, or if you can manage to get some kind of wagon. As far as I understand, though, the trade has dried up along the Damaran Way, so you'll probably be hoofing it for quite some time. But if you can find out any information about the political happenings that are going on there, that would interest me greatly. There was a lich that caused quite a war there quite a number of years ago, and there's been the kingdom broke up into various baronies, and they're all vying for power. I'd be very interested to know what the current political climate is there.
Yeah, we definitely heard about that lich. The lady at the, I don't know what you even call it, some tiny ass little bar. Definitely mentioned that there was something going on there. It's just starting to clear up now. I'll report back if I hear anything.
Well, Trail's End is I believe when I last checked anyway, it is the seat for one of the houses there, one of the baronies. Just gotta look up which one it is.
Ooh, okay. I see where that is.
Yeah. It's the capital of the barony of Polton. There's a young ruler there by the name of Don Levy. But what's exactly happening in that barony, I have no idea. I know that they're faithful to the old kingdom, and it was fragments of this new kingdom that is cropping up, trying to reclaim Damar for itself. They were the ones that rose up and destroyed that lich, from what I understand. But anything that you could find out, our information is at least 2 years old at this point.
Okay. Can you get word to the people of Mask who are in Trail's End and just let them know that we're on the way?
No, I think that you need to figure that out for yourself.
Knew you'd say that. Thanks, Zeph. I'll let you know if I hear anything.
Take care of yourself. We'll speak soon. And you hear that weird whining, and then it pops and goes away. And the night kind of returns to you, and you are still in your meditative state. And when you come out of that conversation, you have your spells prepared. So whatever you want, you can get those ready.
Thank you.
So you guys sleep through the night, nothing happens, and you're all rested up and feeling a little bit better this morning. And Leaf slept at the end of Alex's bed. He seems to have taken a bit of a shining to her. And he seems a little leery of the three of you still. You wake up in the morning, and what do you do?
I'm gonna go find some food. I can find food for up to 5 people, including myself, I believe. I have it written down somewhere. I can't find it.
It was, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't write it down, but I know that. I remember that. Food and water. Might not be good food or good water, but I'll find it. So I'm mostly concerned with feeding Leaf because I remember that he can't control himself very well if he's hungry.
Okay. So you're going to go pop out into the... Remember I said the woods kind of brush up right to the back end of this cabin, and it's a small wood outcropping that's right on the edge of the river. So it goes for... It's probably about a mile deep. It's not a large woods by any means, but there's probably plenty of game or berries or anything that you can find there. So why don't you go ahead and make a survival check?
What do I got for... okay, so 15.
So you do a quick search around, and you spend early part of the morning gathering. You manage to find mostly just kind of like root vegetables and like stuff that you have, mushrooms and berries. You got a 15?
Yeah.
You actually do spot an animal. So you do track down a large jackrabbit that's just kind of kicking about in the woods. You can make a javelin throw to see if you can kill it before it gets away.
I can't just catch it with my teeth?
No.
Traps.
What kind of...
Oh, I think we do, don't you?
Yeah, I got traps. I'm good at setting traps. I do.
Well, I'm telling you, you have to throw your javelin.
Better get the javelin back. Alright. 19
Okay, yeah, so
plus
you
6.
skewer it, you get it right through the skull.
Yeah.
And put it over your shoulder. It's still stuck on the end of your javelin, and you march back in with a bag full of berries and mushrooms and all this kind of stuff, and a jackrabbit through the skull. And Petunia walks back in as you guys are waking up in the morning with food for everyone.
Good work. Yeah. I'll go start a fire.
Nice. Okay. Yeah. Stay warm. I'm just gonna eat some of the rabbit.
Well, I was gonna cook it.
Oh.
For the rest of us too.
Oh. Okay. Yeah.
Do you want me to just cut your piece to have it raw?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I hate it when they cook the flavor out of it. Ugh.
Here's yours.
Yeah.
I keep it on the skewer, make it like rotisserie style.
So you're the fancy cook. Okay? You're like, see what you can do with these berries and stuff.
Yeah. Okay. I'm start
I
mashing
didn't know you
them
were
up.
good at this. Well, this is cool.
All right, so you guys kind of start preparing the food, and what is Van doing this morning?
I noticed that the kid is afraid of us,
Okay.
so I just approach him and I'm like, "Do you want to hear a song?"
Yeah, okay. I always liked your music.
Memories. Yeah.
Yeah, I was alone, and you sang music to me, and that really helped. I'd like to hear music again. The murder family didn't really make music. They just kind of made growling sounds and eating sounds.
Yeah, that makes sense. Murderers should not make music. That's not cool.
So go ahead, you sit down and you play a
I'm
song.
like, what?
You can sit down and make a perform check if you're playing your...
I just wanted to say, because I glanced at my phone, Hyper Rabbit Power Raid. Thanks, guys, everybody from Hyper BG.
Yeah, thanks, guys. Welcome. Awesome. Give us a follow.
Yeah. What is your dance there again? You guys go Hyper... I don't know. We might get trademark infringement for doing your song, but we'll do the dance. Yeah.
Cool.
Alright, sorry.
Sorry, just before you do that, likewise, anyone who's in our chat who hasn't checked out Hyper RPG, make sure you go to their channel, give them a follow, spread the love, because they have awesome RPGs and also like community nights and fun stuff like that. I've hung out in a couple of them. They're a really good time. So.
Yep.
They're
good people. Shannon and I were there for their opening weekend. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah. Super fun.
Just check our schedule. Exclamation mark schedule. You can see what we all do on this show. This is kind of the main show that we do. We got a bunch of other stuff we do as well. Okay.
Go ahead.
Oh, it was you.
Plus.
Yeah.
14.
All right. So he kind of slowly comes over closer to you as you play the song, and he seems to clearly enjoy it. He starts moving his head back and forth. You can make a insight check on this kid.
All right. Insight. 13.
So even though you're playing this music, the last time you played this music for him, he seemed to calm down to a point where he did relax. And even as you're playing the song and he seems to be enjoying it, you know that he's experienced some kind of trauma between the last time you saw him and now. Like, he's been affected by what's happened to him since you guys left. And he's always anxious. He's always like, his hands are always constantly just shaking a little bit. He can't, and whenever he hears like a thump or anything, he turns and makes sure his back is to something. He's very paranoid. But he listens to the music and he seems to enjoy it. And yeah, kind of hums along with what you're playing.
You know what? It's really cool that you're here with us. Now we're all friends.
Yeah, but like, if you guys leave, can I come with you? I don't want to stay here alone.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, you can come with us for a while.
Are you going to follow the voice too? I can take you there.
Oh, that's cool.
Okay.
Yeah, we like that. Yeah.
It's just going to be pretty dangerous, though. But, I think that as long as you know that, we're going to be there for you.
Mm-hmm. And since we're friends, once we do head north for a little while, I'd also like you to meet some more of my friends, too, once we get there.
Okay.
Yeah, and you're a special little boy. So on a full moon, you're going to do better than if you're a regular boy. I won't let you come with us, but you're a special boy. So, yeah, I feel okay that you're traveling with us.
You mean because I can turn into a wolf thing?
Yeah.
But you can control it, right? Or
Sometimes, yeah.
Yeah. Maybe they can teach you. They're getting better.
When can I have some of that rabbit? I'm hungry.
Well, yeah, make sure he gets a good
Oh,
portion.
yeah, I'll go check on
You
that.
wouldn't like me when I'm hungry.
Oh no, we're feeding you now.
I'm the
Yeah,
same.
totally. Okay, honey, I'm going.
I'm the same way. Yeah. Remember when we had that concert and we stuck you in a tree? That was fun.
Oh yeah, I remember that. That was a long time ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, good times.
Yeah.
Yeah, my mom was there then.
Yeah, she's in the tree too. Those are nice memories. There was a harpy. I had my drums.
Can you play that song again?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys can both make a perform check.
Oh, Alex, you've never seen this before.
20. She's seen me play, but not these.
But not this song.
Yeah.
-1 on my performance. Okay, so so I'm 5.
Oh.
So he kind of turns. He's like, "You can stop if you want."
I'm like clapping like randomly all over the place.
So you play beautifully, and he even if she doesn't stop, he tunes her out. And you see that like this has triggered a memory for him, and you just see he starts crying because he misses his mom. Obviously, that was the last time they had a really good moment together.
Yeah.
So he just starts crying.
I'll give you.
But he cuddles up to Alex. He just kind of like as he does.
Yeah.
He does. He really.
He dashed my dog.
So he
Baby.
yeah. So he goes and cuddles up next to her. So you guys spend the morning having a quiet meal, playing music, and spending some time with Leaf. And what do you guys do?
So,
Should probably
where
start.
are we off to next?
Yeah.
Well, maybe we should listen to Leaf for the direction of the voice.
Yeah, I'm just thinking if we're heading north anyway, there's a place, I mean, it's pretty far north from here, but we're heading up there regardless, called Trail's End. There's a small gathering of people of Mask up there. I was thinking maybe we can introduce them to Leaf here.
Oh, okay.
Are they okay?
Is
Would
it
that
on
be
the-
safe?
Well, I mean, I know them.
Yeah, I mean for them.
Yeah, I mean, like, are there people that you want him to eat? Or bad people?
We don't know that he's going to eat anybody. I mean, maybe someone there will be able to help him get better control if we haven't figured that out by the time we get up there.
That's true.
Well, yeah, your people back at the library knew about you guys, right?
That's
No one
true.
else does. Okay.
All right.
So did you want to go to Vasa at all?
Yeah, it's kind of out of the way, but I miss my family. My mom makes the best rabbit stew. It's so good.
We should go visit them.
They travel because they're nomads, but I can find out where they are. It'll be somewhere in Vasa.
Okay.
It is a bit out of the way, though.
You know that you're probably... You're about 300 to 400 miles away from your homeland.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not as far as it used to be, but you're still quite a ways away.
Yeah. I mean, they're a good place to go and relax.
So maybe after we go north, we can
Yeah. Yeah.
go to your land. Okay.
Nah, just don't bite them because they're nice. My parents were really nice.
Well, I think that was the whole point of going up
Wouldn't
north.
bite them.
Okay. Just make sure. Just make sure. They're really good. They're nice people. Okay.
So, Leaf, where does the voice tell you to go? Any specifics or?
Well... Last night he told me to go back to the road and keep following it north.
Okay.
Maybe there's we can hitch a ride on the road. Maybe somebody we can pay. Do we have any money? I don't even know.
money. Yeah.
This is the most money I've ever had, guys. I'm rich. Woo. Yeah, we can pay. We can pay somebody to take us, or you can turn into a tiger, and I can ride on your back.
But what about everybody else?
You're pretty big. They can fit. Maybe the boy. And then you can turn
Two
into
of us fit on you last time.
and then you can turn
What about the other two?
Yeah.
you can turn into a wolf. I saw you. And then you can ride on her. And that might draw suspicion.
Just this traveling band of giant creatures riding
It's
creatures.
like
That'd be
a
fun.
werewolf and
And
a
a
tiger,
tiger.
like side by side. With no on the
In case you're wondering what's going on, we've got pretty much a group of lycanthropes. But some of them are also double-shaped changers because one of them is a druid. Shriel is a druid. So it's complicated. They
It's
like
very
to ride
complicated.
each other a lot. That's all I'm just going to leave
Just
it at that.
between you.
Okay, just me. I'm the one that's got that fetish.
So, yeah, let's go back to the road. Maybe see if there's anyone heading that way we can grab a ride with.
That's
Yeah.
perfect. Okay. All right, let's pack up.
All right, so you pack up your belongings and you head back to the road. And remember I said there's like a large bridge that goes north over that raging river that comes down from the mountains to, a couple, probably like 30 miles to the west of here. And you head up the road for most of the day. It's a long journey. There are small, really smaller settlements that you look off into the distance to the west and to the east as you travel north along the road that look like they may be small little communities for like agriculture, where people might like go in for the winters. Very, very quiet, sleepy towns, even sleepier than the last ones. Do you want to stop at any of these places, or you just kind of want to continue traveling until you find a bigger center?
We should probably continue traveling.
Yeah, I feel good. I had sleep. I ate some rabbit. I'm not furry. I feel pretty good.
How are you doing, Leaf?
Leaf's been pretty quiet for the most part, and he's like, yeah, I'm good, I can keep going. I don't get tired very easily.
Good to know.
Yeah.
So yeah, you guys continue traveling along the road. You don't encounter really many other people. That the bartender from that previous town on Elmwatch was not lying, that there's hardly any trade. This used to be a major highway from Damara where they shipped all of their goods southwards to that. It was a port town, and there's just no traffic here anymore. That war pretty much destroyed the industry of Damara. So it's quiet for the most part. Eventually you do see kind of coming up behind you a small caravan with a couple of wagons led by a couple of horses, and it looks like it might be a small family traveling, but they also looks like they have there's two wagons, one for their family and then one for whatever it is that they are bringing northward. And they eventually slowly start to catch up with you. You can see them in the distance. They're about a mile back when you first notice them, and they continue to kind of gain on you as they're moving at a better speed.
So before they get close, honey, use your charm.
Yeah, I can do that.
All right.
And I wink, like.
Okay, so they start to approach, and you can see there's a heavy, really heavy set, probably about 100 pounds overweight, bristling beard dwarf, sitting in the driver's seat of the front where their home is, and you can hear from inside as they kind of rattle up in pots and pans kind of on the side. It's a very kind of helter-skelter setup, and behind you can see that they have, it looks like a canopied wagon. You can see kind of jutting out from it large swaths of timber. Looks like they're transporting very large old trees that have been cut down and shaped, and they're transporting it. And he slowly kind of rattles up beside you, and he's humming away. You can hear him as he gets closer. He's whistling a song, and you can hear kids yelling inside. You don't see a woman, it's just him up there. And yeah, you can hear kids yelling inside, fighting, and as they kind of slowly rattle up beside you, and he's like, "Quiet back there, I'm trying to concentrate." And he just nods as they kind of go past you on the road.
I'm like, hello, friend.
So he stops and whoa, and gets the horse and stops him, and you see his bristling beard peek around the corner as he looks back at you. "Yes, what can I do for you?"
Where are you headed?
"Well, just up the road here to Mulltown. It's a couple days' journey. Got a load that I gotta bring in. What are you doing traveling on the road? Don't see many people coming up this way anymore."
We are taking our little friend who we found orphan, and we're gonna give him a home. So that's why we're on this road.
"Oh, I see. Yeah. Oh, sweet little boy there." He nods to him. "All right. Well, strange little crew of characters here. Well, where are you heading?"
We're going to... Where was those called?
Trails End.
Trails End.
"Oh, yeah, that's quite the journey on foot. I mean, do you realize how far away that is? You'll be traveling for weeks."
Yeah, we like to do that. We travel a lot, so we're okay with that.
"I see you've got a guitar on your back there. Are you an entertainer?
Yeah, that's correct.
Any good?"
Oh, really good.
great.
If I may say so, the best musician in every land.
In
Everyone.
every land.
Yeah.
That we've come by so far, anyway.
All right, I'll tell you what, Miss Best Musician in all the lands. And he kind of stands up from his thing, and he pulls out, and he's got a little ukulele. And he hops down, lands on the ground. He's like, "If that's true, and we'll let even your friends be the judge, kids!" And he yells, and he opens up, and you see just like pairs of feet. Dum, 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 dum. There's like 8 kids popping out of the
Oh my
back,
God.
and you see a dwarven woman who's as big as her husband, and she's got 2 babies, one in each arm. She's like breastfeeding, and she pops out of the back. "All right, we're gonna have a little bit of I'm gonna have a competition with the best minstrel in all the land, apparently. If you prove to be, then I would love to have you and your party travel with us as we head northwards to Mulltown. But if it turns out that I'm the best minstrel in all the lands, what are you willing to offer me?
Oh.
I don't just play my ukulele for anyone."
Well, how far is it to Mulltown? Is it a couple days still?
Well, on foot, just let me check the map here. On foot, it will take you about a week. With us, probably take you 2 or 3 days.
I have a wolf's tail. It's fresh.
Not interested.
Well, if you prove to be the better musician of the two, we'll still hitch a ride for you, but we'll offer you protection along the way.
That sounds like a pretty good offer.
So what, if we were attacked, you would just stand by and watch it happen?
If you were attacked, we would do something about it.
But that's what you're offering me. I would assume you would do that anyway, wouldn't you, if you were traveling with us? Come on, something more interesting. How about this? You seem to be a woman of the world. You've traveled, I can tell. Just the look in your eye. I used to be a traveling man myself before I had 75 children. And you can hear, "Shut up, Barney!" That's his wife in the background. I can tell by your accent you're from Mulholland, aren't you?
That is correct. You are a very wise man.
There's one place that I never traveled to. If I win, you must teach me 2 Mulholandi love songs.
I can definitely do that.
Good, then let the competition begin. And he pulls out his ukulele, starts tuning it, and you can hear him kind of humming. He's actually tuning to his own voice. So he's using his voice, he's hitting the notes, and he's tuning his ukulele. It's very impressive. So he's got his ukulele tuned up. That means he's got perfect pitch.
Yeah.
So he clears his throat a little bit, and he's like, "I'm a little bit rusty." So
Rusty.
Can I cast guidance?
cast what?
Guidance. It's a cantrip. Lasts for up to 1 minute. Which you can.
You can ask Van if she would like that.
Yes. One willing creature.
Yeah.
Van, would you want a little help on this, or do you think that's fair? Because I think we're using all the stuff we got on this. It's not exactly unfair.
I don't really need it. I'm pretty good at musician.
Alright, fine. I'm not saying you're bad. I'm just saying he might be really good.
I'm really good too.
Alright.
Alright, so
Just don't touch him. He's very
alright, so
fertile.
he
Like
he holds up his ukulele and starts just kind of strumming a rhythm. And he looks to his kids, gives them kind of like after a strum, he looks out to them, and they all start doing like a doom doom tsh, doom doom tsh, all in beat, and they're basically this whole chorus line of drummers stomping the ground, and they're ranging from about 2 to about 10, and they're all keeping this perfect rhythm.
Can I go drum with them?
Sure.
Okay. I'm like, that's awesome! So I go in there and I have my drums.
Do you want to make a perform check, or are you just joining them?
I'll do a perform check. I'll give you all.
Exactly.
I want to do. I think it's awesome. Okay. 11. What is my perform is a -1. So 10.
Well, do you have a musical instrument?
I do. I have 2 drums.
Yeah.
Like little drums.
But you don't take a -2 then.
Oh.
It's
Okay.
whatever your proficiency bonus is, you get that to add to your drums. If that was like an instrument that you...
If it says under
It, like-
other proficiencies,
Yeah, it does.
languages,
Yeah,
Drums,
I do have drums, but I don't know. I don't have a proficient.
Yeah, you add your proficiency
Proficiency
bonus.
bonus. So
okay,
whatever,
sweet. Okay,
yeah.
so it's so
3.
that's 14.
Alright, so they're just... And you go in there, and you actually, like... They're definitely better than you are at keeping a beat. Like, you're a little bit off, but they seem to do pretty well. And then he starts strumming.
I can do it.
Yeah.
And he strums his guitar once, and it leaves this kind of reverberating sound that, as the strings kind of start to slowly quiet, this sound comes from somewhere deep in his dwarven belly. And it grows, and it grows. You feel it almost like this timber, this rumbling rising up from his chest, up through his throat. And he hits the most beautiful alto voice, a higher note than you've probably hit. Sometimes your voice is a little bit more, a little bit deeper when you sing. He hits a very beautiful high note. It almost like you'd be like, that guy could probably sing soprano. And he holds the note, and it just, you all get shivers all up your arms. You get goosebumps, and he holds it and then drops straight down into a baritone. And he starts singing in a language that you've never heard before. You think it sounds dwarven, but it's way older. You guys can make intelligence checks to see if you can figure out what he's singing.
What? It didn't show me a number. Net 20.
Whoa.
What?
9 for me.
What is this?
14.
Intelligence. Just straight up intelligence.
Oh, okay. I only got 12 then.
Jen?
Oh, sorry, 14.
All right. So you don't even really know Dwarven, but you've talked to enough Dwarven people that you understand some of the basics of the language. So it is a really old version of you would assume it's Old Dwarven. The song, you only get bits and pieces of it, even with that 20. If you spoke the language, you would get more. But he's basically singing about this long-standing love affair between this ancient dwarven god and goddess that their names have been lost in time. And it talks about how their love affair was so torrid that it shaped, like, their love and their sexual passion formed the mountains of which the dwarves were born into, and that is where his origin of his family and their mountain range comes from. And he's singing about that, and it's beautiful in a way that you've never heard before. He might actually be better than you. And he finishes the song, and his wife is bawling. She's like... And she looks horny as fuck right now. She's like, yes, she's just like looking at him. You know why they've got 10 kids. So he ends the song and just trails off with his beautiful baritone, and the words kind of fade away. And he holds up his ukulele and he takes a bow.
And then I kind of whisper over to Van. I'm like, I can cast Enhance Ability.
Is it called Viagra?
Which means it gives you an advantage roll.
And I can give you guidance so you can add a 1d4.
Yeah, I'm like, I think I need.
All right,
Can
so
we both cast?
you start casting spells next to her.
Yeah, but
it's just
like
trip.
mine, I just have to touch, so it's very quiet, so I can just touch it.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
I can back
But
you
you
up.
also have to. Is there a verbal component to the spell? It'll say V under the
Yeah.
component.
So
you have to say something as you're doing it. So he'll make a perception check,
Okay.
which he succeeds on. As you start casting spells, he crosses his arms. Really? I thought you were the best in all the lands.
Well, I am.
So
I don't know.
I'm her
what they're
wife.
doing.
I'm sorry. I always say prayers.
and you can hear his
whenever-
wife. She steps forward. You don't see me casting spells, bitch.
Can you cast spells?
No, but still, I wouldn't. This is a championship between two performers. Get your magic out of here.
It's alright, I got this.
Well, then your children can't back him up.
I'll back you up. I get to play both sides.
What a friend!
Do you want her help?
I don't want to break her heart.
It's okay.
Alright, help me, friend. Let's do it. Let's do our song. Can I cast thaumaturgy though? Like, that's still me.
You could make it part of, like, if you're
Okay.
trying to add like some kind of visual effect to it, you could do that if you wanted, or like make your voice sound.
Yeah, I just want to make it louder.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
Cool.
I can do cantrips too, so in the background.
The
light
light
show.
thing.
Like the light show?
Yeah.
Okay, do you want to do that?
Yeah.
So are you playing the
I can do
drums, or
both.
are you doing the
Can I do
cantrip?
both?
No.
No.
What's your
Just
cantrip?
choose one.
Minor illusion.
Oh, okay.
So I can just
Oh yeah, I'll say you can do it. I'll say you
Okay.
can do it with the
So
drums.
you do
Okay,
it
that's
first
fine.
and then or
have
with
a
each
little
hand
light
of the
show
drum.
going. Disco lights.
No.
All right, so go ahead. You can make your roll, and I'm going to give a modifier depending on what that roll is.
Get over. Okay, so 16.
Okay, well you don't take a penalty, but you also don't get anything extra though. She just plays along with you, but it's
Okay.
not anything special.
Cool. Alright.
So do your roll, and then tell me according to what your roll is. So if it's a really bad roll, then tell me why it's bad. Make it role play that. If it's really
Alright.
good, then do what I did and just go into some very interesting details about it.
Cool.
Go ahead, roll your dice.
I rolled a 2!
Don't give her
WTF.
advantage.
Performance 10, so it's Okay.
So 14?
12.
Or 12.
Yeah.
So you start going into it. You just start. What happens?
So I take out my ukulele. I'm trying to pretend I'm not intimidated, but I am. And I said ukulele. I take out my guitar, yeah. Roll my fluffy thingies. Super nervous. And then just start singing a song about... I'm like, I also know songs about love. Deep, 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 deep love. And I start singing a song about a couple that wasn't meant to be together. A pirate and a mermaid that were in love.
Okay.
Yeah. So...
Alright, so...
just start singing.
You start singing through the song. And so after you finish your song, he just kind of nods. I've heard that song before. By a few musicians that probably performed it a little bit better, if I'm going to be completely honest with you. Well, let's put it to a vote then, shall we? Who believes, and this is an impartial vote, alright? Let's put it to a vote. Who sang the better song? So, you guys can vote based on the description. You also know what she rolled. He did roll higher. But he goes, alright, all the votes for our Tiefling Traveler, the best minstrel in all the lands. Petunia doesn't.
I don't like Petunia.
Two of the kids raised their hand because they hadn't heard the song before. And they also liked the little lights. They thought that was cool. They were happy about that. The rest of the votes. And for me, Barney the baritone, votes for me, and everyone else that hasn't raised their hand. Petunia, what do you do?
I'm like, fine, I'll remember this.
You're really good.
So he's like...
Everyone was really good. Yeah.
He nods and he comes over and he shakes your hand. He says, I understand you've probably been on the road for some time and it looks like you're far away from home, out of your element. So I will offer you the ride anyway, but you still must teach me 2 Mulhorundi love songs. And they better be better than the Pirate Mermaid one.
Those are my specialty.
Because there's actually supposed to be a joke in that one about the dirty sea. And you kind of missed it. So...
I was nervous.
Yeah. You perform better, usually. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just tired.
It's
all
better.
right, well, kids, load back up in the wagon. If you guys can, there's the back wagon there. You can feel free to cram yourselves in there. Not a lot of room. But you will be sitting up front with me, and you'll be teaching me the songs as we continue traveling north to Mulltown. Sound good?
It'll be my pleasure.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very well.
Maybe some of us should just ride in the supply
Who?
Me and Leaf.
Oh.
Well,
I'll hang out with you too.
sounds good.
Yeah.
No, do what you guys want.
Yeah.
There's plenty of room in there. Not so much room in this one. He points to the one that he came out of. So he hops up, and you guys going with him?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out the time of month.
Yeah. I was wondering
think
that
we're-
myself.
Can I just want to roll insight because I'm gonna be riding with him in the front. And
Yeah.
just want to get a hang of this guy.
Sure.
I think we were 15 days in when we were in that town.
Yeah. And
So
it's
this-
been
How many days?
2 days since then.
All right, so we 3 days. Okay, we're okay.
Okay.
All right, we're okay.
All right. So you sit next to him, and the horses he whips them along, and off they start going, heading northwards along this this road. And so he starts talking to you. You can make your insight check now while you're having a conversation. So go ahead and roll that, and then we'll role play the scene.
I did it. It was 12.
12? Okay.
Yeah.
So he looks to you. Did you actually say what your name was?
No.
He says, well, you know my name. My name is Barney. What is your name, young lady?
My name is Van Tyler.
I'm guessing by the Western denotation of your accent, from Skuld, aren't you?
That is correct.
Most people in Mulholland come from that city. It's a pretty good guess to make, but I've never been there. I have traveled with people when I was a younger man. A few people who had lived in that city for a time. So what brings you all the way up north? I don't think it's for that boy. I'm sure you're there to help him, but I'm sure there's also other reasons.
Well, my friends are in their spiritual journey. Well, they were with the kindred spirits, and we're just following along with what this journey is taking them through.
I see. Kindred spirits, you say? That is very interesting. There's been weird talk about this movement, the kindred spirits, all up and down these roads. Some would say that there's been interesting times happening here lately. I've heard the name of the kindred spirits before, but there's no formal organized group of them. I talked to some of the townsfolk around here. I was in Ilm's Watch not too long ago. It seems that they've been rather smitten by this kindred spirits movement. Did you visit that town?
Yeah. We have actually encountered that the kindred spirits might be corrupted. So we are trying to figure out what is happening.
So you get a sense that this man is much more knowledgeable than a simple woodcutter. Whether that's just from his past, he's definitely a well-traveled man who has probably seen better days. He's very out of shape, which kind of you're a little bit curious about because that second wagon is full of timber that he's done it or he has other people that work for him. You don't know. It's a little strange. He's not in very good shape. So, do you have a final destination in mind? I know that you had mentioned Trail's End. What's your ultimate purpose there?
Well, we are trying to take this kid to...
Who is this boy, by the way?
Oh, this is a little boy that we rescued when we were on our journey. When in this kindred spirit journey, we actually had left him with people we thought we could trust. And now he has found us again. We lost him, then he found us again. And we don't really know much about him, just that he lost his family.
Is there anything else you want to tell me about him? Maybe where you found him exactly?
We found him on... Where was the name?
What's the
Where we found him this time?
Yeah, the
ranger
second time.
station?
Ranger station.
station,
Here on
yeah.
Watch.
We found him at the ranger station.
I see. It's very interesting.
How come?
There's been strange things happening in the woods to the west and to the east. I come from the east, me and my family. I travel up these roads quite a bit. It's not just the war that has done damage to this place. The people are broken. I try to be of some enlightenment to them. I sing sometimes for the people when I go town to town, but people are in hard times up here in the north. I don't expect someone from the south to fully understand. But that friend of yours, that gnome, she had a northern accent. What's her story?
Well, she left her home. Apparently she was having some problems at her her home place, which was Vasa.
Yeah, that's a...
Yeah. And she left to join the kindred spirits. She seems like she doesn't want to come back there a lot, but I don't know much about her past.
She's a long way from home, even here. Voss is a changed place. It's not surprising that she left. I haven't been that way in some time, but I hear words and rumors trickling in from the north. The Vossan people didn't fare well when the Lich King rose to his full power. You may want to encourage her not to visit her homeland. I doubt there would be much left.
Oh, those are horrible news. You said the Lich King?
Yes, he was destroyed a few years ago now. But the damage has been done. Damara is all but divided into several different factions, different baronies and duchies vying for power. Some want to retain the old kingdom and some want a new one. It's mostly petty squabbling amongst rich people who are trying to lead a decimated poor people into some new frontier.
Where do you think they're leading them?
I don't know exactly. It's very much up in the air right now. Of course, I've only heard the rumors from the north. I haven't been that far yet. I try to stay out of Damara if I can. Impelter is still relatively safe and small. I wouldn't advise going up there if I were you.
So where are you going exactly?
Just up to Molltown. Deliver this load of timber and then head back home. Molltown is still in Impelter. You head any further north, you're going to get to Lenchford, which is a border town, which is part of the barony there. Once you enter those lands, you might have to fall under the law of the barony, and it's not a good place to be.
Well, I think we've been through enough. We might be able to make it. I don't know. So what is all that stuff that you're carrying? Is that
timber.
your job?
A lot of the local townsfolk in Molltown are afraid to go into the woods. There's been an increase in animal attacks, and so I already own a property in the woods, and I take as much as I can. Right now, my working staff is diminished, so I take my family and off we go. I do most of the work myself. I do have men that help me cut down the timber, as you can see. I'm a little beyond my years for such work, but I bring it up here with my family. I stay in touch with the locals, and then I head back. Repairs, with winter coming, they probably have to do repairs to their homes.
You seem like a man who has lived a lot to end up working with timber.
Somebody is always in need of good lumber to repair their homes in the north. Something that you will understand when you spend a winter here. But the road is also a good place to learn the ways of the world and what's happening in it. I'm sure you understand.
I do, my friend. And how have you managed to stay safe?
We have a barricade around our home, a small little palisade that keeps us safe. I'm a handyman. I don't do a lot of the physical work, but I'm smart. I know how to keep my people safe. If you're ever in need of safety, you're more than willing to come and stay with us. For a good song, of course.
Yeah, I always have one of those.
So he actually, while he's driving the carriage, he pulls out a little map and he shows you where he lives. So you guys can look at this. At the very bottom, you can see Molltown there. If you go, there's actually, it's right in the middle. There's a town called Timbertown.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Runs Timbertown.
Makes
Timbertown.
sense.
So he shows and shows you the map. He's like, just follow this road south for a while. Head east for about 30 miles and you'll find it. It's not very inventively named, but most people don't bother you if you have a very boring named town. Also something that I learned.
That makes sense to me. Well, it's very nice to have found you. We have made a lot of friends in the last few days. So it's very good to hang out with a fellow great musician friend.
Well, it is good to hear a young voice again, who is very talented with music. It has been some time. I miss my traveling days, but sometimes you have to grow up and settle down and move on to the next aspect of your life, such as it is as you get older. You guys continue to have a conversation for a while. What are the rest of you guys doing?
Well, I was going through the dates in the back, and I'm like, okay, I think we're okay.
Yeah.
I'm just hanging out in the supply wagon with you guys.
Okay.
I'm just like, yeah,
All right.
I got food in my bag.
Yeah, and every once in a while they'll kind of pull over to the side and they will provide food. You spend time teaching music to Barney, and you spend the better part of a couple of days traveling with him northwards along the road to Maltown. And you get to know the family a little bit. The wife is a Spitfire. She doesn't really let that up. Like, she kind of even jokes like that. Like, she's really vulgar. Like, she swears a lot. She's really off-putting. But after you spend a couple of days with her, you start to understand her sense of humor. And you start to actually see that she's probably even smarter than her husband, who thinks he's smarter than everybody else. And they actually are quite the power couple. The kids are all well behaved. If they ever kind of step out of line, she smacks them, like full smack to the side of the head. They listen to her almost immediately after that. So you spend a couple days with this family. And eventually...
She accidentally smacks Petunia as one of her kids. And I'm like, whoa, I better listen to her.
You spend a couple of days on the road, and on the morning of the third day, you stroll into this tiny little town called Maltown. You can see it's about the same size as Elmwatch, same kind of layout and everything like that. And when you start to pull into the south end of town, you can see that there's a bunch of people. You have to kind of cross a bridge, I think. Can you pass me that map, please? Oh, no. So that's a little bit further north yet. There's no bridge there. It's just kind of a small prairie town along the roadway that used to be this highway where a lot of traffic would travel. It's just quiet now. But as you start to enter into the south end of town, the road divides the town right in half. And it's at the dead center of this circular town. Probably about 150 people live here. There's a bunch of people gathered around in the center, and there's you can hear kind of music playing and singing, stuff like that. And Barney just kind of starts to lead the wagon straight through town along the road. And you guys it doesn't matter where you are, you can start to hear it. And he keeps on going in. What do you do?
Can I make a perception?
Yeah,
Sure.
See if I can understand what they're saying.
22?
15.
20.
And where are all of you guys?
We're in the back wagon.
Yeah, we're on the back, and I guess you're in the front.
Yeah.
I get 16.
Okay, so sorry, what do you?
16.
20.
15.
22.
Okay, so 20 and 22. All right. So you kind of hear this it just kind of sounds like a bit of a cacophony. There's not one. It's like they're kind of playing different, banging on pots, or this weird kind of cacophony of different kinds of bits of music. And eventually, as you start to get closer, whoever rolled 20, or you two rolled 20 and 22. Yeah, you were there for that. Okay. You hear a song coming from the dead center. You can't see into the dead center of this big gathering of people. It looks like the whole town is gathered together. You hear a voice kind of rising above it, and then the crowd around starts to diminish a little bit, and as though they have stopped and are beginning to listen to this one voice rising above it. And this is what you hear.
So I heard this when we were in the
library. The harpy was singing it. But it was like a sadder version of it. Yeah.
Okay. Guys, do you hear that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know the drum to the song.
Why? We're going in the right direction.
What does the voice say to you right now, Leaf?
So Leaf is actually he's standing up, like on the front, like where where the horses are. There'd be a little place to stand up there. He's standing up, and he's trying to climb onto the top of the wagon, and he's trying to get a view. And he calls down. He's like, the voice said that to head north, and I think this is where we're supposed to be. I think this is the place that we're all supposed to gather.
Is this the voice you've been hearing?
He's like, yeah. And you notice that the singing is not female.
It's like,
He continues to take the carriage further into town. And he doesn't really know what's going on. He's hearing this music now too, and you're sitting up there with him. And he seems like he's heard it before somewhere. He's kind of like he's trying to hum along with it a little bit. And as the cart starts to go in, people are looking back. They all turn to see this new arrival come into town. And they slowly kind of start parting to let you further in. And Barney's kind of like, what's going on here?
Barney, I think you should go back and leave us here. This is not safe. I've heard the song before, and trust my music knowledge. It's not a good song.
He's like, yeah, I'm feeling really weird. And the crowd continues to part until it's all the way to the center. They've moved aside, and you see someone has a large, tall, about 6.5 feet tall, cloaked figure standing with their back to you, wearing a full, long, black cloak, and slowly starts to turn towards you. And you see a male face, heavily tattooed, as he pulls back his hood and starts to walk toward you.
Leaf, get down from there. Come sit with me.
Petunia, that's the visitor. It
Yeah.
must be him.
Yeah, we gotta. I want to talk to him, but we gotta send these folks out of here. Tell.
Well, what about Van?
Continues to walk forward.
Can I hop out of the back of the...
Yeah, so you hop
Kevin.
out, you hit the ground. By the time you do, he's now only about 50 feet away, and he stops dead center, and the crowd is on both sides of him. And he just continues to sing, but he's not moving his mouth. The song is coming from him, but he's not playing an instrument or singing.
Can I roll?
You guys can all make a wisdom saving throw.
Nat 20.
Ooh, nat 20!
Wow. 9. I didn't do well at these.
Because you hop down and you were like, yeah! You're already
Sorry to break your hearts, but if you have lycanthropy, you are at a disadvantage.
What?
I got 21.
We got
And all that
That's
celebration
so
for nothing.
horrible.
What?
Oh, you gotta roll that again.
It's like, yeah, 20.
Victory! And he waited till we're like, yeah, and then he told.
Ow.
Oh! Are you okay?
I had to double ow.
Where's your toe?
I see it. Okay.
Oh, I got 13 then.
Wow.
19?
I do really bad with voices.
20 or higher, you succeed.
Seriously?
Whoa.
If you do not, you fail.
You're so
So
happy.
the 3 of you failed?
Yeah.
Oh
because we've heard it before. We like
Yeah.
it.
The song grows in strength in your ear, and you hear a voice in your head. And it's really quiet first, you can't hear it. Almost like this little bit of a whine, and it grows, and all of a sudden you hear this deep, resonant, almost feral voice in your head. You remember the sound of this voice. You heard it on the ship.
Oh, that's who I heard. Okay.
It's immediately like familiar to you.
Okay.
And
I know.
you hear, "You've come a long ways, my kindred spirits." It appears that you are the visitors. I believe you have something that belongs to me. And that is where we are going to end this week.
Oh boy.
Who brought the bowl to him?
Yeah, just like we're handing it to him. It's like, here you go, and